Okay.
Hi everybody, this is Ben Green, and I'm here with my two best friends,
Anthony Thomas,
Jermaine Sneed.
We are Screen Chasers, and you're listening to Three Pump Chumps. We just saw the movie Skyfall, which is about
Bond's loyalty to M is tested as her past comes back to haunt her. As MI6 comes under attack, 007 must track down and destroy the threat, no matter how personal the cost. This movie stars Daniel Craig, Judi Dench, Javier Bardem, and Ralph Fiennes. Beautiful.
Okay, gentlemen, we saw the movie Skyfall. I'll tell you this right now. This is Ben Green, and I really dug this movie a lot. First thing I want to talk about, because I'm big on this, like you guys may not be as much, but the title sequence. Bond movies are, like, they have these like crazy title sequences. And I gotta say, this one now is in my top 3. This is my top 3 for this one. That's right. My favorite one is Live and Let Die. My second one is the one for Goldfinger, and this one's right here. Like, it's top 3. Okay. What about you guys?
No, I thought about it the whole way through. I was thinking about all the Bond sequences, the opening scenes. It all came to my mind as it was going on. I was like, you know what? This one's really good. I even enjoyed the song.
Yeah, I did
too.
too.
With it, I thought it was very well done.
I felt like that classic feel. It was like a classic
Very
feeling,
classic feeling.
you know, Bond song.
I definitely get it.
I look at that. Anthony, what did you think about it?
I liked it.
Did you like it?
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good.
All right.
The one thing I do like about the opening credits, it's kind of like a glimpse into the movie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gives you like a highlight of what's going to happen. It doesn't make any sense until you actually see the film,
Yeah.
but it's showing you what happens. And I think that's really, really cool.
I think it's cool too. You know, it kind of puts you in the mood of the movie.
It does.
You know.
Definitely.
Okay. Daniel Craig as Bond, because he is
Best Bond
Whoa!
best Bond ever.
Let me clarify.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should clarify.
Wow.
And the only Bond without chest hair, I might note.
There was chest hair, not a lot. No,
No, it was like bare chested. I mean,
I'm
it's
glad to
like-
know you were watching.
For the record, he's the only Bond that's had huge pectoral muscles like that doesn't require chest hair.
No.
Yes.
He had his shirt off a lot, so.
What are you gonna say, Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan had some pretty nice
No.
chest. And
not like this. This dude's a little jacked.
That's a CrossFitting son of a bitch right there.
my qualm is not with his pecs; it's with the hair that should be covering them.
No, I'm good.
It's alright.
Okay, y'all like your men smooth. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
It's Daniel Craig, man.
now, okay, explain. You said
With
you were
those
gonna
dreamy eyes.
you were gonna explain why you think that he's the best Bond.
I think he's the best Bond because he has. It's more of a realistic approach to Bond. He's not a plastic-looking guy like a Pierce Brosnan.
He didn't have like the campy cheese factor
Yeah.
like the Roger Moore Bond did, or something
Daniel
like that, where it
Craig
was
actually
like
looks like he could kick your ass.
he could be a spy, right?
Well, in my opinion, he looks like he's gotten his ass kicked.
Oh yeah.
And to me,
yeah,
that makes it real.
that's
Yeah.
right.
That makes it real.
That dude looks like he's been in a bar fight or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you fight on top of a train so many times, I mean, you're gonna
It
get.
will be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
You know, I gotta admit, I've never read any of the novels, any of the Ian Fleming novels, but you know, from what I understand about him, what I know about his life, apparently he was a spy in British intelligence, and he based, you know, his novels off of some of his experiences that he had there, right? And so the novel character is a lot more like Daniel Craig, like you were saying, like he's a lot more realistic, you know, like a real spy or whatever.
Now, I'm not going to pretend like I was a James Bond fan growing up because I wasn't, and for the exact reason.
Really? Dude,
This is
James
right.
Bond, Ben Green, James Bond fan right here.
James Bond fan.
Yeah, from way back.
Anthony Thomas, not really. Okay, hold on. Before y'all start jumping on me about this, here's my thing. I always thought James Bond was kind of cheesy. Just like what I said, the reason I like Daniel Craig is he brings more of a realistic approach to it. It's more smash mouth in your face kind of approach to it, not that shaken off stud. Again, love Sean Connery, but it's kind of hokey, man. The whole tossing the hat and coat stuff, it's okay. It just kind of seemed kind of corny.
With that being said, you realize when these movies were made, when that was the thing to do. That's what you did to draw the audience in, and that's how people wanted to see their heroes. Is kind of Superman-like. To be honest with you,
Elevated.
very elevated, very above it all. I mean, that's what they had to do back then.
Who's your favorite Bond, Jermaine? Because there's several.
There's several. I mean, everybody's gonna say, you know, our younger audience will probably think, well, Pierce is the only one, right? But I mean, honestly, they probably will. But I mean, going from all, obviously, look, Sean Connery has always been my favorite Bond.
He's my favorite too.
However,
Sean,
man, I will say this: David, he may have taken this series over.
Yeah.
I'm straight up honest with you.
Apparently, no one else is familiar with a guy named Timothy Dalton. Timothy motherfucking Dalton.
Dalton was probably the exact guy that Anthony hates the most.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
All right.
He was a splendid villain in the Rocketeer.
Timothy Dalton is the epitome of hokey, corny ass actors.
Oh, but what about in
What?
Hot Fuzz?
Shut your mouth.
That he was.
He
Shit in that movie. He was the shit
played
in
a
that
hokey,
movie.
corny ass character.
No, he didn't.
Yes, it was.
When he
That
had
was
the spike through the no.
That was the only part where he wasn't more of an annoyance than anything, and that was his character, and that was beautiful. That was beautiful. He was making fun of himself, and I loved that part of Hot Fuzz. But back to this, the reason that I like Daniel Craig so much is if you've ever seen Layer Cake, you understand exactly why they decided to have him as James Bond.
Absolutely.
Layer Cake is one of the best like mobster crime movies.
He rocked in that movie.
Well, I mean, let me ask you this: Do you like him as James Bond, or maybe you like the way he's written more than anything else?
No, I like him.
You just like him?
I visually like him as Daniel Craig as James Bond.
Mhm.
He doesn't fit the bill. He's not a brown-haired, dull-eyed guy. He's blonde-haired, blue-eyed, master race-looking dude. But he rocks the shit. And like I said, he looks like he could kick your ass.
No, I totally agree with you on that one. I guess my beef with him is why is he doing anything but Bond? I know he needs to eat. But some of the other movies he's done just didn't pan out. Now, I did like Girls with the Dragon Tattoo.
What are you going to talk about? Golden Compass? That's not his fault.
The horror movie he did is his fault.
Man, that's just because we've seen so many movies.
That movie sucked. It's because that movie sucked.
Whatever.
Okay,
Well,
moving on. He signed up for how many more? 3 more films, I believe, as far as James Bond. Because I've heard rumors out there that James Bond may be black next time, which I'm kind of excited about.
No, that's stupid.
You don't like it? There's a certain actor in mind.
Don't care.
You don't like it.
As much as, okay,
Bond can't be black. Fine.
no.
Give it your other half, Anthony.
Here's my thing.
oh shit!
No, here's the thing. Like Mission Impossible, if you're going to introduce a character and they're going to take over the series, introduce them, let them take over. But don't let him be 007. If he's going to be in there, let him be 008. Yes, I know.
That's not the way Bond films work. Did we introduce Daniel Craig during the Halle Berry days of Bond?
This is a prequel.
Oh.
This is a prequel. This is the beginning.
No, no,
No.
That's not the way Bond
You
movies
have to
work.
start it all over again.
That's not the way Bond movies work, sir.
It just, you know
That's
what?
not the way Bond
Apparently,
movies work, sir.
The last 3 movies isn't how James Bond movies work because it's actually badass now.
No, it's always
Whoa, whoa,
man.
hold on a second.
Not corny.
Hold on a
Detective
second.
is
No.
not-
Dr. No is not corny. It's a badass film.
It's okay.
Goldfinger is not corny. It's a
Octopus
badass
bitch.
film. Thank you.
I like
Thunderball.
I like
Boom.
Gold Member.
That's very cute. Okay. That's, I think it sums it up right
Now you're just making me upset.
Boosted.